Hello, everyone. I was in a situation just like all of you, just a couple of years ago. I was sitting in my room, in my chair, and an exciting idea came to me. But unfortunately, what often comes shortly after the euphoria, there are reasons for inaction, something that discourages you from following through. Maybe it's been done before. Maybe it's been done in another location. If that's so, you can still bring it back to your community if it's not there. And everything needs improvement. So if you see valid improvements, then do it over. Do it in an improved way. Oh, it costs too much. You can raise money with perseverance. Don't have the time, you can make time. So what is this project we're talking about? Where I rejected all of these principles and just decided to go for it. The project is called the Economics of Philanthropy course project. It's a class at UC Berkeley where the students, they learn a lot about nonprofits and with respect to philanthropy, but the guiding principle is the question, we have limited resources in our world, so how can we spend them in a way that will best benefit our society? In other words, social return on investment, or just to make us all caught up here, bang for your, that's you, buck, bang for your buck. That's what we're looking for here. And where did this all come from? It came from the Copenhagen Consensus Center. It's headed by a man named Bjorn Lomborg. And what they do, they convene these economists at the Copenhagen Business School, and they prioritize the world's challenges in terms of what will bring the most good to society per dollar you invest. So in 2008, they found that solutions to malnutrition are very cheap and can do a whole lot of good for society. Meanwhile, the most popular solutions to global warming were considered highly inefficient. You could put millions into it and see little measurable benefit. So this made me think about nonprofits in a new way. Many of them are very exciting. You have a global catastrophe that could arrive any day, and then put that up against, oh, the water's kind of dirty. You got a situation where they can't even compete against each other because the media is going to go in the direction of what's sexy, what's exciting. And causes like this, they fall by the wayside. So we see this as a defense of boring but important issues. Now, so in September of 2008, I decided, okay, let's go for this. I submitted this proposal to what's called the Bears Breaking Boundaries Curricular Innovation Contest. In other words, propose a class you think that the university should offer. I proposed it, and it didn't win anything. And but then something funny happened. Fall 2008 comes around, the economy gets tough, and then people realize that bang for your buck is very important. We have very limited resources, and it's time to allocate them as best as we can. Submitted again, spring 2009, first place. Beats out 27 others, and I'm thrilled. I'm introduced to Nora Silver. She's the director of the Center for Nonprofit and Public Leadership, School of Business. We sit down, have a very encouraging conversation, and she informs me that Doris Buffett, the sister of Warren Buffett, also the president of the Sunshine Lady Foundation, would like to donate $10,000 to this project so students can give that $10,000 to a Bay Area nonprofit that they deem to be the best return on investment, the best bang for your buck. So we were able to bring in some fantastic speakers. We have, on the left, upper left is Darian Rodriguez Heyman. He was the former executive director of the Craigslist Foundation. We also got Amy Lesnick. She's the CEO of the Full Circle Fund in San Francisco. And this man right here, that's Bjorn Lomborg. That's the guy who inspired the whole thing. He came from Copenhagen to visit us, and he filmed it from the Copenhagen Center, and it just might end up in his upcoming documentary, Cool It. Very exciting stuff. And what it told me is that if you reach out to people, they can do amazing things, but you have to reach out to them. So what would you do with $10,000 if you could benefit the world with your, as the best way you saw fit? Some of you would give to deforestation, reforestation, I should say, cancer research, or maybe, how should we put it, addiction rehabilitation. Perfect. He loves his cookies. Okay, so you put in the $10,000 and there's a nonprofit, and they do whatever it is that they do, and you get some kind of outcome. And it could look something like that in theory, and you're going to get certain results for the money you put in. But it's not quite that simple with nonprofit because you're not getting dollars back, you're getting social benefit back. And how do you quantify that? If it was for-profit, sure, you could quantify it in a way to get numbers, but it's not quite that easy with social return on investment. There are methods to get that, but to emphasize the numbers too much would be overlooking the greater considerations. It's just not that simple. So some of these considerations that the students will be using in this course, roughly speaking, they'll be looking at the stakeholders. What are we trying to accomplish? Who's benefiting from this? And also the scope. What region are we operating in here? And what's a nonprofit that we could actually really impact significantly with $10,000? We need to learn the organization, meet the leaders. We need to assess their leadership qualities, and also, are they fiscally responsive? What's their theory of change? We need to understand what they're doing, what is this plan they have that's somehow going to lead to better society with the money that we put in. And then we need measurable evidence. We need to be able to calculate this and compare and reward the best nonprofits. We need results. We need to reward the nonprofits that get our Cookie Monster from a cookie addict to a fruit enthusiast the cheapest and most efficient way possible. That's what we're rewarding here. And now the beauty of this project is that it's highly replicable. We intend to spread this to many universities throughout California, and eventually found the California consensus, where the great academics of California can come together and they can convene and decide how to best spend California's money in a way that will yield the best results. Because we don't have that much money, let's be honest, anymore in California. But to finish there, just don't let go of your goals. I know many of you work from 9 to 5, and you get home and you want to watch Jersey Shore. It's a good show, don't get me wrong. But still, if that's a routine in your life, then that's troubling, because we're a very privileged, educated, first world nation, and we have boundless potential. Your time after work is your opportunity. That's what we're fighting for here. Your opportunity to be you, to be a somebody, to be spectacular. Thank you.